I have 400 odd followers on Spotify, about 86 on YouTube, and today I'm releasing another track, and I don't know what's going to happen. But here's the reason why I'm doing it. Hello, I'm Son of a Preacher, and today is release day. Woohoo! So what I'm doing, I'm releasing music to basically hardly any audience at all, as I said in the intro. But I made a song about, well, I mean, a lot of these songs are about the voice in my head. And ironically, it was the voice in my head who was saying, "Don't do this, don't release it." So I went against the voice in my head and just did it anyway. So we can have a look into the results, etc., and where it's what's happened basically. So let's have a look. Let's dive right in. Great. So here we are. So I've been doing a kind of like waterfall release, so releasing every week, as you can see here from the EP, The Voice Within. So you've got started with this one and then just released them week by week, and then finally Request came out today, and so that concludes the whole EP itself. So as you can see, 8 hours ago, bang, it's Friday, release day. So this is, let's have a bit of a listen. This track is pretty much, it's about the voice in your head, and obviously, as well, The Voice Within EP gives it away. It is more on this track. Request is like requesting that the voice stays like the one that's supporting you, not the horrible one in your head, the one who's nice to you. And when that appears, you want it to stay around, and you really like that one. So this track is basically about, yeah, it requesting that it sticks around. So let's have a listen. You were the only one I wanted. And that's what the lyrics are about. You were the only one I wanted. Yeah, you were that version, the nice person in your head. So I think when I wrote this, I was kind of, well, I had both voices kicking off. Probably the negative one more so. And, the negative one doesn't support you really at all. And you're probably saying it was this music's not very good. Why are you doing this? Certainly don't release this. To be fair, I did do this. I finished these tracks like late last year, so I was in a different place. That was like 3-4 months ago, maybe more. And so yeah, it was basically, that was the concept: positive versus negative, etc. We got to listen to the end. That's like a kind of humming, kind of a kind of thing. And then you got the final payoff. So we like that. Well, I do anyway. And that's all that matters. Yeah, this came out today. What am I hoping that happens? I mean, you can't expect the world. I mean, there's so many thousands of Spotify or Apple Music tracks getting released all the time, and like even every day. So I'm not exactly expecting like the world. But if we base it on the previous tracks, you've got these 5 here. We have a look here, what's gone on. So this actually sums up the whole of the Waterfall release. So it's like 28 days, one every week. And then obviously it's not got today's stats in for the latest track, Request, but you can see a few streams. That's probably about 2p worth of streams there, if that. Followers gone down. I mean, saves is quite nice. So that's gone up a lot, which is a nice thing. So if we have a look at the actual music itself, so we got a breakdown of each track. So I can only hope that, I mean, like 2 saves, 3 saves, 5 saves, 4 saves. It would be nice to keep it consistent, you know, so maybe 2 or 3 saves. You just don't know. I mean, I've only just noticed this one. Repeat. 8 streams, 4 saves. That is a 50% conversion. Nice. People must like it. So we like that. I suppose, what am I scared of? Well, no one hearing it, or no one saving it. I mean, it's not that it really matters. I've released it for me. I needed to get this out there. You know what it's like when you release music. You want to get it out there and into the world and say goodbye to that previous self. Because as I said, I wrote this at the end of the last year when I finished these tracks. So we can only hope we get something, but this is what happens when you send it into the abyss. I mean, thankfully I've got followers who will see it. Don't really know if the waterfall strategy has worked. Who knows? But I suppose, you know, if you're making music that nobody's hearing, a bit like me, then really this is the channel for you. So if you like this, you know, like, comment, subscribe, have a listen to my tracks, and we will be coming around again soon. But yeah, I'll see you very soon.